You misunderstand me, sir. I was just about to be begging for crumbs. Not for me, of course, but for my royal canine companion.
Off with you. Both of you. Both strays. Go on. Go on, you thieves. Both strays. Go on.
This city has changed since I've been gone, Pooch. Not for the better. Well, there must be some way that a couple of strays like us can earn a few coins, eh? Aha. Salvation is at hand. Work with me. Excuse me, kind sir, but my companion and I are hungry.
Be off with you, peasant.
I told you he wouldn't help us.
Did that dog just talk?
Yes. He and I often hold conversations.
And just how is it that you and your talking dog have fallen on such hard times?
Well, it seems that in our absence, the royal prince has passed a number of harsh laws.
You don't approve of these laws.
I told you no politics, Master.
A friend of mine is to be married today. I'm looking for a unique gift. Is your dog for sale?
I should say not, sir.
I would offer gold pieces.
Absolutely not.
50 gold pieces.
Well, I'm sorry, old friend, but I must eat.
Just for that, I'm never gonna talk again.
You know he's stubborn enough to mean it too.
I'll throw in his fleece for free.
Make way for Prince Kasid. Clear.
So, you don't like my laws?
They're looking better all the time, my prince.
What should we do with this liar and thief, Grand Vizier Admir?
May I suggest a beheading, my prince? It would be the perfect entertainment for the wedding festivities.
Excellent, peasant.
Actually, I'm a sailor.
You will be an ex-sailor by this afternoon. Your head will make a lovely decoration at the celebration.
Actually, I hate weddings. You usually wind up running out of food, and there's always one guest, one relative, who ends up... Listen, I'll tell you what. How about if we just skip the whole ceremony? I'll send you a gift instead.
Guards, arrest him.
Guards! Guards! Excuse me, sir. The next time you want to get ahead in this world, my prince, remember, Sindbad's is already taken.
Oh, come back, come back! Come back here, you place! Get him, he's at the top of the stairs! Stop there, he's got him down!
about died and gone to heaven.
I believe you were going to prison.
Oh, look at that body.
Would you mind giving me a few moments to wash up? Just a thought.
This is your new home, beggar.
Definitely could use a little sprucing up. A few plants, perhaps?
Don't you worry about it. Your stay with us will be very short. Whoa!
Thanks for the royal escort. Hey! Hands off the bracelet. Sorry. Excuse me.
Sinbad? Little brother, is that you? It's so good to see you, little brother. I thought you were gone for sure.
So did I for a while. After the ship went down, I managed to stay afloat on some driftwood. I passed out. Next thing I remember, I woke on this island with this on my wrist and a field of fruit before me.
Surely you are blessed. But it's been 2 years.
Eventually, I caught the attention of a passing ship, and well, here I am. 2 years? Did you say 2 years?
Aye, 2 years.
And what brings you here, big brother?
Nah. Minor disagreement between me and a couple of the palace guards.
How many did you injure?
20. But they started it. Baghdad has changed since you've been gone.
I've noticed. It's not as friendly. Where are all our old friends? I landed in Balsura and the place was deserted.
All the smart ones left once Prince Qasid and his new Grand Vizier started making the laws.
Yes. I ran into them both today.
Oh, it's terrible, Sinbad. The entire kingdom is run by the rich now. Men no longer live by their wits or by their swords, but by their wallets. They import and export goods, treating sailors like mere tools. We're told where to go and how to get there. Nothing but a bunch of seafaring donkeys.
No time for adventure or exploring?
No. Everything is about commerce now. Well, even magic has been outlawed.
Impossible! Why, any idiot can see that the world is filled with magic. I mean, the growth of a flower is as magical as the flight of a dragon.
Aye, but there's no profit in it. Anyone caught dabbling in magic is banished. Unless, of course, he's rich. Then he pays the Grand Vizier to look the other way and uses sorcery to make money.
What of our good friend, the Grand Vizier Dimdim? He was both a wise man and a master magician.
The prince banished him at sword point.
Dimdim was like a father to him, as he was to us. What about the Caliph? Can't he stop his own son?
Since the prince's mother died, the Caliph just stays by himself.
What the devil is going on here?
Come, there's someone I want you to meet.
Say something about my mother.
She's ugly.
That's Mustafa. He's very much into keeping fit.
Say something about my mother.
She dresses you funny.
Swine.
Mustafa, come. I want you to meet my brother, Sinbad.
The Captain Sindbad?
The same.
It is a pleasure to meet you, sir. It's my hope someday we'll sail together.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your hopes, but I'm scheduled for a beheading today.
Oh well. Nice to meet you. Say something about my mother.
Lovely woman.
Thanks.
Beheading?
Oh, I'll think of something.
What's wrong?
I'm troubled by these new rules. If magic and adventurers have been outlawed, what's to save Baghdad from a sorcerer's attack?
The Prince of Laputa, bearing gifts for Princess Adina and Prince Kasib.
Greetings, noble prince.
Greetings to the great Caliph and his illustrious family. I bring great treasures from beyond the blue seas.
What is the meaning of this? Who dares interrupt the giving of gifts?
Remain seated, my Caliph. It is not you I seek, but your duplicitous son.
You know this man?
Yes, father. It is Turok, one of the richest merchants in all the kingdom.
The richest, my prince. And the only merchant not to be invited to your wedding ceremony.
An unfortunate oversight, I'm sure.
I think not. Since arriving in your fair land, sire, I have made a fortune. And I have shared it with your family. And when it was time for your son to marry, I thought surely he would consider my daughter Rumina. And what was my reward for my loyalty? My generosity? I was ignored along with my daughter.
Well, I'm sure there must be some explanation. My son, is what this man says true?
Not exactly, father. Turok is rich, that is true, and his daughter quite beautiful. But I would rather wed a cobra than share a bed with the daughter of a sorcerer. Oh yes, Turok, I know how you've made your fortune, casting spells and conjuring up demons.
You allow me to practice magic as long as it benefits you, my prince. He has wronged us both, my dear.
I think we should punish him, Father.
That seems quite appropriate.
Don't dare threaten me, foreigner.
You know, my prince, I don't think you're ready to marry quite yet. I think you're too young, too impulsive.
I agree, Father. I think he should remain a bachelor a bit longer.
Guards, take them away.
Now, is that any way to treat a guest? Very well. We will leave this land, but we'll take a little souvenir with us.
Guards, arrest that man! Get him!
If you are man enough, you may rescue your bride. I will be waiting for you on the Island of Tears. You have but a fortnight. After that, I'll return your princess in pieces. And then we'll have a real wedding. You and Rumina. This, I promise you.
I'll find you. I'll rescue her. You just wait. I will fix everything, Father. I'll teach that coward. I will sail to the ends of the earth to rescue Adina.
Our entire kingdom may fall, my son. In all of my days, I know of only one man who could have challenged Turak. A sailor, a great adventurer. Sinbad.
Out of the way!
Any last words, peasant?
Well, you know what they say. It's not over until the...
God created the heavens and the earth and separated the light from the darkness and divided the water from
Never mind.
the waters.
This man you speak of.
Sinbad?
Yes, is he a young, swarthy fellow, acrobatic type?
Yes.
Big smile?
Yes.
Kind of an insolent attitude.
He has a real lust for life, if that's what you mean.
And he likes boats.
He's a sailor! Of course he likes boats! What's all this about?
Well, I think I know where this Sinbad is.
Allah be praised. Where is he?
He's in the courtyard, about to be beheaded.
Beheaded?
Yeah, that's when you start off with a head and then end up without one.
You whining wreck of royalty! Our entire kingdom is threatened with extinction, and you want to execute the only man who could save us?
Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Bring him to me immediately.
But, Father!
No!
Do you want a blindfold?
May I ponder that choice for a moment or two? All right, let's do it.
I'll take that. Sinbad!
Dubar!
What took you so long? Like to make a detour through a couple of walls. It looks like we're outnumbered.
Try to look on the bright side.
What bright side?
Give me a minute.
Stop!
All been misunderstanding.
Sinbad, not understanding Prince.
Trouble. My fault. Prince is gone.
Prince definitely needs a tutor.
Escort them to father. Give them food, drink, waiting. We were invited to the wedding? Trouble. Please help.
Dubar, help Prince get to father.
Come, my prince. Papa's waiting.
While I appreciate the severity of the situation, sire, I don't see how I can help.
I want you to find Turok. Rescue the princess. Save the kingdom.
Well, I would risk life and limb for you in the kingdom, sire. You know I would, but...
I knew I could count on you, Sinbad. After all, Baghdad has made you a rich man.
But then it made me a poor one.
I don't understand.
Well, upon my return, I found my home confiscated and my riches gone.
We needed the house, and we needed the money.
Why did we need Sinbad's money?
Yes, why?
Well, Admir said...
And what of your people? Many of them are homeless, without jobs. They live in squalor while you make more money than you'll ever need.
Eventually, the riches will trickle down.
Yes, they're being trickled upon, but not by riches.
Much of this is my fault, Sinbad. I allowed my son to pursue profit and progress at any cost. I've been a fool. Now, I only want to save the life of that innocent girl and save my kingdom from destruction. Will you help us? For your home, for your country?
Well,
Good. We'll buy the finest ship, and both you and I will rescue Adina.
Whoa there, your highness. You're not part of this package.
She's my wife. Almost.
That's her problem.
I could have your head for that.
Why don't you just try putting her on to better use?
Prince Kasib does not have to listen to your insults.
Please, Sinbad, I beseech you. I will give you your own ship. You may choose your own crew. I'll pay you a fortune.
And Prince Kasib?
He will stay or go on your order.
Father?
You have caused enough harm with your recklessness, my son.
It's not fair, Father. I thought I was doing the right thing. Adina has nothing to do with any of that. I love her. I would die for her. I have to do something to save her. I have to.
My prince, that is the first honorable thing I've heard you say. You may come along, but just remember one thing. I'm the captain of my ship.
Agreed.
I will begin to pack.
I ought to have my head examined. I better go. Before I change my mind. Your Highness.
Thank you.
Well done, little brother. We're back in business again. Amazing. We got our own ship and our own crew.
Yep.
Our own ship. Sure there's no trickery involved?
No, my friend. The Caliph is a man of honor. From now on, we'll have nothing but smooth sailing ahead. We just have to go to the port of Basra and pick up Firuz. If this voyage is going to be dangerous, we have to bring Firuz along.
I agree, little brother. But Firuz is getting a little strange lately.
Strange?
This is it.
Please ring bell and wait for answer.
What's going on?
Come in, come in.
Wait here a minute. He can't just leave me out here.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he has.
Bruce, where are you?
Yes. Sinbad, help me put this together, will you?
I seen you again too, Bruce.
Yes, it has a hairspring trigger. I must have brushed against it.
What is it?
I call it a hanging glider. It allows a man to fly. Not like a bird flies, but rather he glides. I have a scale model of it somewhere around here, and I'll show it to you in a moment. First, I must reset the doorbell. Oh, good to see you again, Sinbad. I thought you were dead.
Actually, it's a pretty interesting story. You see, the ship, it broke apart. I floated.
What do you think of this setup? It's called a mechanized doorbell.
You have a lot of time on your hands, don't you?
Point of fact, yes, but time is relative, I believe.
About this wing thing.
Yes, oh yes. Voila, here it is. Cock it. And. Huh? Huh?
Is it supposed to crash like that?
Technically, no. The full-size version will have a man suspended horizontally beneath the wing. When he reaches the apex of his trajectory, he will release the lever. Release the lever and. The point being that on the large model, the wings will open and hopefully the glider will glide.
Hopefully.
Yes. Please help me put it back together. Come on, Sinbad.
You have the plans for any of these things written down?
No need. It's all in here. Yes.
You know, he has no right to treat me this way. All right, he may be the captain, but I'm still a prince.
Hopefully we can try this out on the voyage.
How do you know about that?
The fellows who scavenge junk for my projects also scavenge information.
You'll come?
Of course I'll come. I work better at sea.
I'm not waiting any longer. I'm going inside.
I wouldn't. Besides, you'll be heading into some very murky waters. You're probably going to need my expertise.
Murky waters.
I've heard of Turok. Baghdad's not the first kingdom he's visited. So, I figure we'll take along... Are you listening?
Sure.
Yes, I built a sea-going catapult. We can use it for both the hang glider and standard warfare. I've got a dozen or so oil barrels which we can light on fire and use as projectiles if we have to. Now,
wow! Now tell me how this works.
Yes, well, next, the duck paddles forward towards the pellet. It wears a small harness around its neck that, when stretched, yanks the bottom out of a weight-controlled hammer. The nuts cause the hammer to swing downward, landing on a small bellows. The bellows wheezes, whistles, pushing around a whirligig. It catches fire. Yes. It's fascinating, isn't it? Then the string burns through, releasing the tomato. Nothing can go wrong. Unless, of course, someone ignores the sign and doesn't wait for the bell to ring.
Farouz, this is Prince Kasib. Kasib, Farouz. Farouz is sailing with us.
Gentlemen, I'd like you to meet my best friend, Rongar. I think he'd be perfect for our voyage.
Well, any friend of Mustafa's is a...
He had his tongue cut out for not betraying his brothers.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, we love to watch people squirm when they find that one out. Want a ride, huh, Rongar? Enough fun, my friend.
Can you use a sword?
He doesn't have to. He uses smaller blades, you see.
This is ridiculous. We're already taking a toy maker with us. Now we're supposed to leap at bringing a knife-throwing zombie?
I hate to admit it, Mustafa, but the prince is right. Knife throwing in a pitched battle is risky at best. No hard feelings, though. Nice meeting you.
Sinbad, behind you!
Told you it was a waste of time.
Welcome aboard, Rongar.
Who was that fellow?
One of Turok's spies, most likely.
Well, if that thug was sent to spy on us, Rongar's taking care of that. We now have just gained an important advantage. We have the element of surprise on our side.
Think again, dear Captain.
Out of the way, men. Sailing Prince approaches.
With luck, we'll drop anchor tomorrow.
The Isle of Tears is that close.
We're not heading for the Isle of Tears just yet. Get your sea legs?
What do you mean? We have to rescue Adina. Time is running out. She could be killed. Baghdad could be overthrown.
Your Highness, what I'm going to say is very important, so try to understand. I'm not going to risk my life or those of my crew going off ill-prepared for an attack on Turok. We will bide our time and make ourselves ready. Firuz. The wind stays at our backs. We should make the Isle of Dawn.
I've heard of the place, but I've never met anybody who's actually been there.
Nor I. It's a place that's said to be half real and half imagined, I'm told.
So you don't know if the place even exists?
No, I know it exists. I just have to trust my instincts to get us there.
Why is it so important we land at the Isle of Dawn?
That's where Dim Dim lives.
What a silly name. Where do I know it from?
He was your tutor, boy. He raised you like a son. He was the Grand Vizier in every way until you and Admir had him banished.
You have no manners.
And you have no heart.
Sinbad. Sinbad! How will we know when we're near?
Well... Dim Dim told me of the place when I was very young. He said that if I needed to find the island, I was to journey into this area. And then the island would find me.
You like this sailor?
He intrigues me.
He is very handsome.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Nonsense, dear. I know you too well. Sinbad is an extraordinary individual. Smart. A master of the seas. Unfortunately, he works for the side of good. He's a dead man.
Oh, but does he have to die?
I'm afraid so.
Well, would you mind if I played with him a bit before you dispatched him?
Daddy's little girl knows how to wrap me around her little finger.
Oh, it is my birthday soon.
Enough about Sinbad. We have all of Baghdad to think about. And your husband-to-be, Prince Qasim.
He is such an insect. Do I have to marry him?
If he were to legally rule Baghdad in the eyes of the world, yes.
Well, I can only rule Baghdad if both the Caliph and the Prince die after the wedding.
A technicality I will deal with. Now, what have you learned about your hero?
He's very crafty, Father. He isn't coming here directly. He's going to find his friend Dimdim first.
A shrewd move. He plans to fight my power with Dimdim's power.
The thought of it, Father, it gives me the shivers. It gives me a feeling that I've never quite experienced before.
It is known as fear, my dear.
Well, I don't like it.
You need not worry. My power is far greater than Dimdim's. I look forward to such a match. I still have a few tricks up my sleeve to hinder your hero. Perhaps he will never reach Dimdim's island.
But there's nothing there to stop him, Father.
Not yet there isn't. Let's cause a few ripples in the water, shall we?
Ring around the moon tonight.
A good omen.
I always thought it was a bad omen.
No, it's good.
Are you sure?
Sure about what?
The ring around the moon.
Actually, I have a theory that involves ice particles high in the air.
Is it a good or bad omen?
Captain Sinbad! Over the larboard side, quickly!
No, it was probably just a large fish. It won't harm us.
I'll steer clear of it. Just to play safe.
We've run aground!
Impossible! We would have spotted land. The sea is too deep here for a sandbar or a reef. Take a sounding!
Captain Sinbad!
Now that's a monster.
Get all hands on deck! That thing could capsize us in a heartbeat!
All hands! All hands!
All on deck!